Hey Soul Family, welcome to Eringy. I am Erin. We are going to be working out loosening up your lower legs today. So we're going to be focusing on your calf muscles, relieving any tightness and tension in these areas of the body, as well as the hamstrings, because they can get super tight and that can create all sorts of problems like lower back issues and really kind of affect the flexibility within ourselves as a whole. So you will need one block or maybe some books that you can find, some books, anything, something that you can stand on, okay? And also you will need a strap, alrighty? So if you don't have a yoga strap, don't worry, it's all good. You can use a resistance band, you could use just a belt. You can use scarf or even like a long towel, like a beach towel. Many options. So go grab those things and then we'll get started. All right, gorgeous. So let's come on down onto the back and just bend your knees. Point the knees up towards the sky. Keep them hip distance apart. Just get yourself super, super comfortable here. If your tailbone's a little sensitive, maybe just pop a blanket under the sacrum area. And then what you're going to do from here is just lift your right leg up with the calf muscle resting on the left knee. And all we're going to do here is just kind of get a little bit of warmth, a little bit of movement in the calf muscle by just using our knee to massage this area of the right leg. And so just maybe roll your right leg in circular motions, just sort of really getting into any sort of tight areas that you might be feeling. And some areas might be a little tighter than others. I've just found an area. It's surprising just how much these muscles can really just kind of squeeze in and hold on, can't they? So we're just going to spend a little bit of time here. You can always use tennis balls as well. It's like another option. And roll the tennis ball on the calf muscles as well. Okay, when you feel that's pretty good, just sort of bring the ankle, open up the hip here. So bring the ankle on top of the knee of the left leg and just use your hands and just gently give yourself a nice massage here as well. Maybe kind of target those other areas that you felt was a little tighter than some, just kind of really get in there. Bringing a little bit of energy, maybe freeing up some of that stagnant energy and letting it flow through the body. And remember to breathe as you continue to do this. This should feel really, really good. So if it's painful, it might be best to sort of explore other therapeutic options. Alrighty, so once you've done your right leg, we're going to take it onto the left. We're going to do the same thing. So just sort of place the left calf muscle on top of the right knee and just do those same sort of circular motions, movements and motions. Yeah, the area that I'm feeling tight is almost like closer to the back of my knee. So how are you doing? Hopefully not feeling too tight or it's too painful. It's just really nice to kind of bring awareness to this part of the body. The legs just do so much for us, help us find stability, build upon the foundation. This is root chakra, as well. This is about our security, our safety. Beautiful. Okay, now bring the ankle on top. Open up the left hip and just use your hands to massage the calf muscle even more. Really get in there. It's a little like you could do that same motion of kneading bread, sort of squeezing and releasing. Awesome. Alrighty, so if you feel that you're pretty good here, just release the legs down. Cross your legs, and we're just going to come up and into your tabletop position. All right, and just sort of tuck the back toes. We're just sort of going to move forwards and backwards. Just check in with the wrists here. Keep them nice and lined up, nice and stacked beneath the shoulders. Sort of really try to press through those toes as you bring yourself back and sort of push off as you come forwards. Okay, so take one full breath in and breathe out. Walk your hands one handprint forward, tuck your toes and come into your down dog. Lift the hips. So being that this is the first down dog of this practice, just take your time to arrive. Just set yourself up here. Other parts of the body might be feeling a little bit tight as well. So just got to be wary of that. And then when you're here, just pedal out your feet. I like to sort of press the heels down toward the floor as much as you can. Your heels might touch all the way and they may not, and that is totally fine. But the idea here is to try and keep that spine nice and lengthened. And then once you've got that, you can really start to focus on the calf muscles, the hamstrings here. On your next in-breath, just lift your left foot on top of the heel of your right, straighten it out, and just start to press that heel of the right foot down toward the floor. Keep breathing. Breathe in, release, and take that over to the left. Same thing. Send that heel down toward the floor. This is a really, really good stretch for the calf muscle, the back of the knee especially. Let's do that again on the right. You may even feel like it goes down a little bit further now that the muscles are starting to warm up. And then take it over to the left. Breathe in, come back to center. Then take your right foot and step it up inside the right hand. Drop the back knee, and we're just going to come into your low lunge here. And again, sort of set up here so you've got your knee stacked within, in line with your ankle of the right. Hips are nice and squared, sort of facing the short edge of the mat. Lengthen through the spine. Try not to tuck your ease down into the shoulders. So sort of draw the shoulders back. And then you're just going to sort of make some dynamic movements with the hips, sort of pressing the hips forwards and backwards nice and gently. And you're just going to find a nice sweet spot. Your body is going to tell you what's working, where to stop, where to go. So it really is about listening. And then you might like to pulse the hips forwards and backwards a little bit as well. Because often, our calf muscles can get tight because of just they're being used. But sometimes those calf muscles get tight because our hips are tight as well. So naturally things around that area tense up as well. So this particular stretch, the dynamic movement, moving those hips forwards, backwards, really getting into the hip crease of the right, can really, really assist. Remember to breathe. On your next inhale, start to lift your chest up, and you're going to come into a half splits. So to do that, sort of press your hips back. As you do that, you're going to begin to straighten that right leg, toes flex up. And from here, you can sort of place your hands by your sides. Find a nice stretch here, or if you like, you can walk your hands forwards more towards the ankle and sort of stretch there. So really, you've just got to find what your body is telling you. What's the best spot for you today? This should really be felt on the inner top half of the leg. If you can, as you breathe in, start to lengthen through the spine, and then as you breathe out, just sort of gradually press further down into the hip crease. Breathe in, come into your low lunge, and breathe out back into half splits. And we're going to do this a few more times. Breathe in, low lunge. Breathe out, half splits. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. Hold here for 3, 2, 1, and then come back. Awesome. Release the right leg and then bring your left leg up now. It's the left side turn. So you're coming into your low lunge once again. Again, get yourself comfortable. Now, if you're finding that your hips are your knee is super sensitive, definitely feel free to just grab a block, find some cushioning there. Okay, just check in with your hips. Maybe move your left hip forward, right hip back. Find that squareness. Knees stacked above the ankle. And when you can, just start to press those hips forwards. And then release back a little bit. So just keep this dynamic movement. You can use your breath to kind of guide you. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. And just notice what you're feeling right now. If your body is telling you just to stay in one spot, just do that. This is your practice. This is the beauty of yoga, the beauty of these classes. It's just really nice to honor what your body's asking today. Awesome. So when you're ready, you're going to come into your half splits. So as you inhale, going to sort of bring our hips back toward our back heel and sort of straighten out that left leg. If you're finding that is super tricky, And if your legs are long like mine, you might need to sort of heel toe your foot forward just a touch and then come into your half split. It's always just about making adjustments for the unique bodies that we have. And of course, you're probably going to notice that one side is a little more tense than the other, or one side's more forgiving. For me, I tend to feel things more on my left than my right. So I can definitely feel sort of like a stretch traveling all the way at the back of the leg. So I hope you're finding this really beneficial right now. Breathe in some really beautiful, relaxing energy. And as you breathe out, just send it down into the hamstrings, the calf muscles. Inhale, come back to your low lunge. And then exhale back to your half split. So just using your breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe even use your Ujjayi breath if that feels good. So as you inhale through the nose, you can constrict the back of the throat. And then as you breathe out, you just sort of make like an ocean sound. Let's take it back to the half split one more time. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1, and release, coming back to your tabletop. Take an inhale and press the palms through the mat as you lift up back into your down dog. Let's do that pedaling the feet out once again. And this may actually feel a little easier now. And then come into stillness. Stretch through the spine. See if you can lift the hips up just a little more. You can do it. Awesome. On your inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step up to the top of the mat. So we're in your forward fold right now. And let's just sort of hang out here for a bit. You might want to just sort of ragdoll your arms as well. So that's sort of taking each side of the elbow with the opposite hand. Letting the crown of your head drop. If this is feeling a little too intense in the back of the legs, just add a little bit of a bend here. That feels so good. And then just sort of sway from side to side. And eventually, as you do this more and really focus on releasing the calf muscles, releasing the hamstrings, it is going to get easier to straighten your legs without sort of feeling any kind of tightness or pain. But even if you do need to add a bend, there's nothing wrong with that either. It's just nice to know there are options, hey? Awesome. Just take a full breath in and a full breath out. Just let it go. On your next inhale, release the hands down. Place the right hand down beneath your face. Bend your right knee. And then lift your left arm up. Open up the chest here. Really sort of try to draw some energy up through the fingers. If this is feeling too much, feel free to grab a block and sort of, you can place it on whatever setting and sort of press up through your palm if that feels good, and that kind of can open and assist in opening up the chest. So there's lots of different options, which is really nice. So here, you're very likely feeling a stretch in the straightened leg, your left leg. So keep breathing. The breath is the indication to your body that you are very relaxed or stressed. So naturally, if you're breathing erratically, your body's going to think there's something going on. Okay, so if you can try and even the inhales and the exhales, even them out. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then you inhale, just come back down to center. We're going to take it over to the left side. So left hand down beneath your face. Start to bend your left leg. Take some beautiful healing energy with your right hand and just draw it up. Open up here. Straighten that right leg as much as you can. Keep breathing with intention. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Good, and release down. Excellent. From here, just bend your knees nice and generously. Press through all corners of the feet and come up vertebrae by vertebrae, nice and slowly up. Your head being the last thing that comes up. Awesome. Once you've arrived here, take your feet out wide, wider than your hips. I'm going to come into sort of a wide fold here. So just check in with your toes. Make sure they're facing forwards. Hips are nice and square. On your next inhale, reach your arms out and up. I'm going to take it over down to the left. So as you exhale, begin to lean over to the left. Come on down to the left foot. Inhale, come to center. Exhale over to the right foot. Inhale, squeeze the core as you come up. And do this again. Exhale, come over down to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale over to the right. Engage the core. Breathe in. Down over to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale over to the right. Inhale, come back to center. We're going to go the other way now. So as you exhale, come over down to the right. Inhale to center. And exhale over to the left. Engage the core, press through the feet as you come up. And then back down to the right. Doing so well. Inhale to center. Exhale over to the left. Engage the core, bring up. Breathing out as you come down. This is our last one. Come to center, inhale. Breathe out to the left. And inhale to come up. Interlace the fingers, press the palms up, hinge at the hips, and come on down into that forward fold once again. Release the hands and take hold of the opposite legs, either on the inside or outside, whatever's comfortable for you. And then in this position, you're sort of going to press your outer legs outwards while your hands press inwards. So you're kind of creating a little bit of a, almost like a barrier between your legs and your hands. It's really going to fire up the thighs. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Release down. Start to heel toe your feet towards one another. And then again, bend the knees generously. Come up nice and slowly. Press through the four corners of the feet. Head is the last thing to come up. Wonderful. Alrighty, so let's grab your blocks, or at least one block. This is a nice little addition to getting into the calf muscle here. I might just sort of come back this way so you can see, because I've got the light here, so sometimes it's a bit hard to see. Press your, pop your block on the lowest setting. And you may need, if you're feeling a little, like your balance might be a little bit wobbly today, which is totally fine, but you might just need like a chair or something that you can kind of hold on to. Okay, so from here, you're going to step up with your right foot. Okay, so we're going to step up and your left foot is just kind of going to stay here for a second. Just get yourself super comfortable here. Take some breaths. Now from here, you're actually going to take your left foot, come onto the ball of the left foot, so it's on the back edge of your block, okay? And then as you're doing this, you're going to bend your right knee and then send your heel, the left heel, down toward the ground. Okay, so again, you can kind of see where you might need that chair, or just gaze softly forwards, focus on something to kind of help with the balance. If you'd like to kind of make this a little more intense, you can begin to lean forwards just a touch. It's ultimately going to help the heel come a little bit closer to the mat or the ground beneath. And just remember to breathe here. Remind your body that all is well. All is well. Good. Take a full breath in and then slowly come up. Step off the block. Just give your left foot a shake and your right foot a shake. And naturally we're going to do that on the other side. Okay, so this time, left foot steps on top of the block. Okay, just make sure you're nice and stable. And then from here, just sort of lift your right foot up onto the ball of the foot on the back edge of your block. Once you're there, begin to bend the left knee and press the other heel, the right heel, down toward the ground. Soften your gaze and breathe. Should really feel a good stretch here in the back of the lower leg, your calf muscles. And again, if you want to kind of find even a deeper stretch, you can begin to hinge nice and gently at the hip. This is ultimately going to help your heel to ground down a little bit closer to the floor. Breathe. It's such a juicy pose, this one. I love this one. Such a good stretch. Take a full breath in. Awesome, and release. Come off the block, just shake out your right foot this time. And then your left. Give each foot some love. Okay, so from here, you're going to need your strap. Or if you don't have a strap, you can use a resistance band or just a standard belt or scarf. So you are going to be sitting on your sit bones with your legs stretched out in front of you. Take your strap and just kind of create a bit of a loop here. Okay, if you don't have the loop, that is fine, because what you can do is you can take both ends of your band, your belt, whatever it is you're using, you're just going to wrap it around, okay? So what you're going to do is wrap the strap around the ball of your right foot, okay? So not in the center, not on the heel, the ball. Okay, awesome. All right, good to go. Okay, so now from here you can begin to come down onto your back. Keep the toes flexing up. And then we are going to get into the hamstrings. So as you inhale, take your strap and begin to guide your leg up, your right leg up toward your face. Now, you might not be able to hold it very high up, and that is completely fine. I feel like I do tend to kind of comment about how each pose doesn't have to look, inverted commas, perfect, but it really, really doesn't. It is your body. You are, your vessel is absolutely perfect. So wherever you're at right now is where you're at, and that's a beautiful thing. So all that is needed of you right now in this moment is just to focus on your leg. Just ensure your shoulders aren't coming off the ground, aren't coming off the mat. Just maintaining stability in the rest of your body. And as you breathe out, you are welcome to try to stretch just a little deeper. So as you inhale, almost prepare that energy, and then as you exhale, stretch it just a little bit forward. Keep that right leg nice and straightened. You can start to walk your hands up toward your foot if that's more comfortable, but just listen to your body. Take one full breath in and a full breath out. Let it go. Now slowly with intention, just let that right leg come back down. Awesome. Take the band off the strap, and we're going to do that onto the left side this time, onto the ball of the foot. Straighten out the legs. It's feeling pretty good. Okay, coming back down. On your next inhale, begin to lift. Keep the left leg nice and straight, and just tune in to what your body is speaking to you right now. Where does it want to stop? How far does it want to go? Keep pressing through the iliac crest, so that's your pelvis. I often find that it's good just to sort of stop in one area, just let it settle, keeping my breath nice and even. And then when my body's like, yeah, this is actually pretty good, then I can continue to stretch forward just a touch and stop again. So if that sounds like something that resonates with you, you might like to try that while we're here. Relax the shoulders. Notice how your leg is feeling. Maybe imagine some red energy in the parts that you are feeling quite tight. Beautiful red healing energy, which is the same color as your root chakra. And remember, your root chakra is your foundation, your security. It's that sense of feeling that all your needs, your basic needs, are being met. And so when we're feeling tense and tight in the areas that are within the root chakra, so naturally hips, thighs, calves, feet, then using or visualizing red can really, really assist in bringing some relief, easing some tension. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Just let it go. Wonderful. Just very, very gently bring that left leg down. And then from here, we're going to just come into our all-time favorite Shavasana, just to sort of allow everything to settle. It's in this moment that we can take stock of all that we have felt, all that we have gained from today's practice. So when you are here, you may wish to close your eyes, breathing nice and deeply. And just imagine a ball of red energy at the base of the spine, at the front of the pelvis. And just sort of sense, feel and trust that that ball of energy is simply going to wash down through the hips, down the thighs, making its way down to the knees, the shins, the calf muscles, down to the ankles, heels, soles of the feet, the top of the feet, all the way down to the tips of the toes. And just watch this beautiful red colour just penetrate every space, every cell within this area, knowing that you are safe, supported, secure, knowing that you can trust your feet, trust your legs, trust your hips, trust your path. Know that you can be flexible when you need to be. And there's no need to hold on to any tightness, any stress, because you are a very capable spirit. So on your next inhale, just breathe in a whole lot of love and gratitude. And as you breathe out, send that love and gratitude down to the hips, the legs, all the way down to the feet. And just quietly thank them for helping you throughout the days, helping you to stand tall, helping you to remain grounded and stable, helping you to follow your path. You're welcome to stay here in Shavasana for as long as time allows. Sending you so much love. Thank you for showing up today and practicing this yoga session. Sending you a lot of love. Namaste.